The fool says in his heart, "There is no God." Wise men store up knowledge, but the mouth of a fool invites ruin. And she was like, "Here, do you want me to tell you about my hot date last night?" And I was like, "Well, not really. Well, I didn't want to know all the gory details, did I? Do you know what I mean?" And she was like, "Well, aren't you interested then? I thought you were interested in me." And I was like, "Yeah, of course I'm interested." "Well, you have to, don't you?" A prudent man keeps his knowledge to himself, but the heart of fools blurts out folly. "Well, you have to, don't you?" And then when she'd finished telling me about it, she was like, "Well, what do you think of that then?" And I was like, "What do I think of what?" And she was like, "Well, I've just told you." And I was like, "Well, I don't know, do I?" And she was like, "Duh." And I was like, "Hello."
Right, that's it. I've had enough. If I'm going to be treated like that, I'm off. Find somebody that appreciates me.
A fool finds no pleasure in understanding, but delights in airing his own opinions. Oh no, you don't want to do it like that. Listen, I'm an expert. I've done it lots of times before. How many times did you say? Well, I've done it once before. Even a fool is thought wise if he keeps silent, and discerning if he holds his tongue. Was that about holding your tongue? Huh? Do not be quickly provoked in your spirit, for anger resides in the lap of fools. A fool shows his annoyance at once, but a prudent man overlooks an insult. It is to a man's honour to avoid strife, but every fool is quick to quarrel.
Isn't, is, isn't, is, isn't, is, not, 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 is, no returns.
A fool gives full vent to his anger, but a wise man keeps himself under control. A wise man fears the Lord and shuns evil, but a fool is hot-headed and reckless. If a wise man goes to court with a fool, the fool rages and scoffs, and there is no peace.
Order! Order! Order!
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and discipline. The wise in heart accept commands, but a chattering fool comes to ruin. I'm not doing that. What do you take me for? A fool or something? A rebuke impresses a man of discernment more than 100 lashes a fool. A discerning man keeps wisdom in view, but a fool's eyes wander to the ends of the earth. A fool's work wearies him. He does not know the way to town.
Heads it's that way, tails it's the other way. We'll soon find out which way to town.
It's the other way.
Eh? Are you sure?
Even as he walks along the road, the fool lacks sense and shows everyone how stupid he is. The way of a fool seems right to him, but a wise man listens to advice. Stand in awe of God. Guard your steps when you go to the house of God. Go near to listen rather than to offer the sacrifice of fools who do not know that they do wrong. When you make a vow to God, do not delay in fulfilling it. He has no pleasure in fools. Fulfill your vow. Extortion turns a wise man into a fool, and a bribe corrupts the heart. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of pleasure. In the house of the wise are stores of choice food and oil, but a foolish man devours all he has. As a dog returns to its vomit, so a fool repeats his folly. If you have played the fool and exalted yourself, or if you have planned evil, clap your hand over your mouth. Watch out, be on your guard against all kinds of greed. A man's life does not consist in the abundance of his possessions. The ground of a certain rich man produced a good crop. He thought to himself, "What shall I do? I have no place to store my crops." Then he said, "This is what I'll do. I'll tear down my barns and build bigger ones, and there I shall store all my grain and my goods. And I'll say to myself, you have plenty of good things laid up for many years. Take life easy, eat, drink, and be merry." But God said to him, "You fool, this very night your life will be demanded from you. Then who will get what you've prepared for yourself?" This is how it will be with anyone who stores up things for himself, but is not rich toward God. For the foolishness of God is wiser than man's wisdom, and the weakness of God is stronger than man's strength.